All right, I'm back. All right. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Yeah, I don't know if I was live earlier. I guess I was just talking to myself for 5-10 seconds. But yeah, we had some India FUD, and now maybe I could spread a little Indian FUD. But that being said, let's get straight to it, guys. Hope everyone is doing okay. I mean, it's not the best. It's not the best day, right? I mean, we're seeing double-digit losses throughout the entire cryptocurrency markets. I mean, it's just not a good day to be a cryptocurrency trader, huh? We are seeing double-digit losses everywhere. Wow. Instead of looking at these losses in USD, let's look at them in Bitcoin and just, yeah, we got to pour one out for the homies for this one, guys. This is when Tether, but this is what I'm saying. We haven't had one of these Tether, where Tether is the best coin out there in a long time. What a great start to February. Maybe this is a good start to February. Maybe, this is the best time in the cryptocurrency markets to pick things up. But DigixDAO outperforming everything right now. Why is DigixDAO performing so well? Somebody give me an answer. Why is DigixDAO performing so well? Because DigixDAO is backed by gold. So DigixDAO is actually, for every DigixDAO created, there's a DigixDAO there's a portion of gold that's behind there. So, the only thing that's doing well is actually, the only two things there is the dollar-backed token, which is Tether. And what else? The DigixDAO backed token, which is a gold-backed token, which is DigixDAO. So performing amazingly right now, right? I mean, can't complain too much in terms of, we're looking at this in terms of BTC. So this is how bad everything crashed. If you're looking at Bitcoin crashed a little bit. We're obviously down to 87, but now we are just as far down here. DigixDAO is backed by the gold, just like US Tether backed by the dollar. Are we sure about DigixDAO? Yeah, I think we're pretty sure about DigixDAO. They have a really good auditing system. Their vaults, I believe, are in Singapore and one's in Gibraltar. And they've been audited quite a few times. So I'm happy with DigixDAO. Their entire auditing request, rather. Nothing too bad. Dapper Snake got his haircut. Yeah, I did get my haircut. Yeah. But let's go and just go straight into to the markets here. Let's go to the charts. BTC, USD. So a lot of Indian FUD coming out. India FUD coming out. Indian FUD is what I say. India FUD is what the government of India says. So there's your distinction. Okay. What would you scoop up under a buck? We'll see. If you want to look for something that's under $1, I'll gladly tell you. But first, let's go through and look at Bitcoin. Wow, look at that. We have still not broken out of our falling wedge. Look at that. So everybody knows what a falling wedge is, right? If not, let's actually go through it. Oh, wow. This is a rough life. This is a falling wedge. So lower and lower highs and lower lows, and then we break out. Essentially, it's a reversal symbol. Do you know what also this could be? This could also be, hey, Bitcoin's crashing for good. But I don't think it's Bitcoin crashing for good. Let's look at it in the hourly. I mean, I think this 4 hours is a little bit too zoomed in anyways. This is it. This is our resistance point. We're hitting resistance right now. Do I think it'll go beyond that? Let's look at that 4 hour. Yeah, we are drastically down there, guys. We are, that RSI on the 4 hour is huge. I mean, we haven't been that low since You know, the last time we did a quick market correction back in the 16th. So what is going to happen? And if we look at this in the daily, let's look at it in the daily. So even the daily is, you know, even the RSI on the daily, wow. Wow, that is impressive. Look at that, guys. We haven't been this low in the RSI since, you get it. You guys know what September 15th is, right? September 15th, September 9th, September 10th to September 20th. That was the infamous, guys. We're having India FUD right now and Korean FUD. We had multiple Korean and Indian FUD streaming in. And in September, we had another big kind of FUD. What is that FUD called? That's right, guys. That FUD is called the China FUD. And that is when we had a massive market correction, 40% down. You know, it's pretty big, right? And now we have, let's scoot that over, and 56% down. But that's from all-time highs. I wouldn't consider that any sort of consolidation whatsoever. Let's bring it up to the local high that actually falls into our wedge. So we're down 50%. So that's a relatively what I would have assumed in the first place. You know, 50% correction, just like we saw with China FUD. You know, for China FUD, we saw, you know, around a 40% correction. So what will happen here? We're continue to consolidate here, or falling here rather, on this falling wedge pattern. And what I really think is going to happen is we're going to break out soon, right? I really hope that is what happens. We break out soon. But I've been waiting for this breakout, guys. I've been waiting. I was like, hey, 9,000 is a decent resistance. 8.5 is a decent resistance. Now, the next resistance point we'll see is 7.5 and some at 8. I hope I don't see us going down to 8 or below 8. But it could happen. It could absolutely happen. And this is us on the daily here. Oops. Let's change this. This says 200. Let's change this back to 100. Let's go back to the 100-day moving average. I love showing this chart. So every time we touch the 100-day moving average, we start to bounce off. This is unprecedented because in the last 2 years, we have never crossed below the 100-day moving average. That being said, let's go take a look at the 200-day moving average. Now, the moving average is that light blue line. We have not crossed that. This is this mark right here, that 8,000 to $7.5 dollar mark there. That is my panic zone. That is where I'm like, okay, maybe I should FUD out of this market. You know, maybe it's India FUD. Maybe it's time for some Indian FUD, all right? And maybe I would exit a little bit out of the market. I actually have a stop loss set there from a long time ago, you know, and by a long time ago I mean you know, December, November, at around $7,000. So yeah, rocket mugs. I don't even know what's going on anymore. But apparently we're getting merchandise, and we're getting squiggle boom T-shirts. That's nice. That's nice. I'd like to be filled in on that. But anyways, yeah, we are squiggle booming down here. So right now we're squiggling down here. So we're continually hitting that lower resistance point and upper resistance point, and we are hopefully going to break out very, very soon. But there's no guarantee of that. I mean, we are continuously breaking down through these supports. It's a risky time. It's a risky time in the cryptocurrency market. But that being said, every time we've gone down this low, I mean, look at that, guys. July, we had a nice little dip there. That RSI dropped. We popped right back up. I mean, there hasn't been a time where we haven't popped back up. I mean, go figure. We've been hitting all-time highs. But this RSI is very low. It's very, very low. I mean, I could see it dropping to 8,000, then maybe an immediate reversal, but it is getting very, very low here, guys. Lots of FUD coming out from all across the world. India, China, Korea, Japan, wherever you live, you have FUD about Bitcoin, right? Except Russia, surprisingly. Russia's very bullish on cryptocurrencies. So we'll continue to monitor the situation on this channel. But for that being said, let's go through other altcoins and let's take a look at what's actually happening. For example, Ethereum. So Ethereum has been kind of doing its own thing lately, right? Let's go take a look. Ethereum USD. Let's take a look at that on Coinbase. Yeah. So I said accumulate under here. Look at that, accumulate. So this is that red line that is breaking down here. So we've been following this rising wedge, and then we broke down. I mean, that was a clear-cut rising wedge, wasn't it? Resist once, come down, resist twice, support, resist, support, resist, support, and then we kind of broke down, right? So this is a falling wedge. Let me show you guys what a rising wedge is. So this rising wedge is essentially a bearish pattern. So look at this, guys. Support, resistance, support, resistance, support. So lower and lower highs and higher lows. Higher and higher highs, higher and higher lows. And it kind of forms this wedge pattern. And that's exactly what we were seeing. And then we were kind of imminent, right? We broke down from this number. And, we're just continuing to break down here. But a lot of that has to do with Bitcoin's price right now. And that being said, let's go take a look at, one second. Let's go take a look at how BTC is doing comparatively to this. So let's brighten that up for you guys. I know it's hard to see. What color do you guys want? Let's get a nice, that's not good. Let's get a nice Bitcoin orange going on here. Actually, that's going to be hard to see. How about light blue? Screw it. There you go. Now I'm reading you guys' Twitter's comments. This is his job. I don't know what that was referring to. Not him. All right. A lot of activity going on Twitter as well. Sorry, let me just set this up. All right, let's go through it again. So let me turn off this moving average. Okay. So this is the Ethereum chart, guys. And as you've been seeing since around the end of the year, so December 31st, we've been seeing a decline on Bitcoin, and we've been seeing an incline on Ethereum. And essentially, Ethereum has been performing much better than Bitcoin. And we're looking at the Ethereum USD pairing right now, guys. So don't get this confused with the BTC pairing, because these charts will vastly differ. Right now, this is Ethereum, and our next line of support is around here. So let me actually take off that percentage. So our next line of support on Ethereum is around that. I think it's going to continue going down this little wedge here. So around the $850 mark. But I don't really think we'll hit that though. Let's go take a look at what's going on with the ETH BTC charts now. Look at that, guys. This is, ETH doesn't care. ETH doesn't care what you do, what kind of FUD you spread. Down 10%, but guys, look at that run up. That is a massive run up. I mean, this just looks good. This just looks really good. If we pull this out to the logarithmic scale, this price run up was expected. We knew we were going to hit this green line, and we popped up. So everybody, specifically in the old Moon Lounge, I think there's a man named Hudo Spice actually called this, and he was like, "Hey, flag pattern forming," and we called it, and we started to accumulate heavily down here. So we've been up heavily, right? So we've been buying under 600 for a long time. I haven't bought Ethereum in a while, but I've been accumulating it, of course. Any fiat I get, I like to accumulate Ethereum and Bitcoin, especially. Now that being said, let me get to your guys' questions. If you're not holding ETH, it's impossible to take advantage of the huge dips. Yeah, or Bitcoin, right? Because even if you look at it in terms of Bitcoin right now, this is in terms of Bitcoin. As you can see, you can check by the Bitcoin chart here. Bitcoin actually is doing better than everything else here, other than Digix DAO and Tether. So it's the gold-backed token, and that's the dollar-backed token. Other than that, and I keep sinking. All you can see is my head now. Okay. All right. So Bitcoin is doing notoriously well compared to, for example, every other altcoin. I mean, look at this, guys. It's just a double red digit day. I mean, this is awful. Let's go back to Ethereum. So our next support on Bitcoin is around that 0.1 area, right? The 0.1 area of Bitcoin, for Ethereum rather. We'll see. We'll see if we could break past that, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. I'm still bullish on ETH. I don't think we break past 0.1. But if we do, I may buy some more Ethereum with Bitcoin. Why not? Mark my words, if we don't get close above, if we don't close above 8850, we're going below 8K. That's what he says, Mr. Nobody. Well, Mr. Nobody, you have already been proven wrong right now, because let's look at BTC USD. So we're well below that point. We're well below 8850 for, you know. And here's the thing, I don't really like close. You know, the market never closes, so there's no real close on a day. Doesn't make any sense to me. You know, if you're looking at the traditional market, opening bell is 8:30, closing bell is 4:30. Opening bell 8:30, closing bell 4:30. So you have 8 hours of trading action within the day. That's why you're allowed to say close and open and things like that in the traditional market. But in cryptocurrency, the market's always open. I would never consider, I don't care about these days that much. These interval days, I don't care how it's open or closed. Honestly, I would be fine looking at the line. Yeah, I would be fine looking at the line right here. But that being said, I'm more acclimated on the candle, because you know, I do like looking at, you know, how far we've gone down, right? The line doesn't quite show you the tails here, right? It just gives you the average of the candle of what happened during that trading day, and that's not really accurate. I'd rather look at the candle. But if you're not that advanced, switch to line. Honestly, switch to line. I don't really see a problem in that. The only problem, you know, that kind of sentiment, closing and opening sentiment, is that it's just not accurate. It's just not accurate whatsoever. You know, you just, honestly, if you really wanted to, do this 15-minute and then zoom all the way back out, zoom all the way out where you can't even see candles. This is a more accurate line, really. Right? This is exactly what happened in those 15-minute intervals. And a lot of things can happen within 15 minutes, and even more could happen on the day. I mean, the day is obviously doesn't give you as much data as 15 minutes, but it tries to keep a track of it. I mean, these tails are kind of arbitrary as well, right? Like, what is really a closing day? Like, it used to have a timer here, but I guess the timer doesn't countdown. Where's that countdown at? Let's see, the 4 hour. It's like it's 2 hours left on the 4 hour candle. These candles are very, very arbitrary, guys. Very, very, very arbitrary. Evening Snay, would you recommend an altcoin as my long-term investment? To buy right now, sell in 1 year. My worry is many altcoins will have died in years' times, rather than be in profit. I agree. I think cryptocurrency market is going through this phase right now where there's a lot of great ideas, a lot of new, fresh, hot money coming in, and then there's a lot of they're going to get weeded out, right? Essentially, the people who don't try, the people who are literally there making claims, a lot of these ICOs making claims, they end up not making a very good product, and then they just exit, right? They just exit, scam the hell out of there. That's going to happen a lot. I would say, you know, a solid 90 to 95% of all ICOs are going to end up this way. Not all of them. We don't need 20 gambling platforms. We don't need, you know, 7 or 8, 9 different medical health care chains, right? We just don't. That being said, the winner is not clear yet. We don't know who the winner is going to be. So that's why we really diversify our portfolio. You know, well, who's going to win out? And that being said, the altcoins, for me, about 45% of my portfolio is platforms. I think by far platforms are one of the most safe investments that you could possibly make. If you think about it this way, if you think about each platform being an app store, so for example, the Apple App Store, the Microsoft App Store, there's the Windows Store, right? I mean, I don't know anyone who has a Windows phone, but there's an Android store as well, the Google Store, essentially, right? There was also a bunch more earlier. If you guys don't remember, there's a Nokia store, there's a Motorola store, there was a Samsung store, and because each one of these companies were pretty much vying for their own software and hardware. So they had their own software marketplace. Now, a lot of the marketplaces did disappear. But for me, I honestly think that the marketplace, instead of the product on the marketplace, is actually a better investment. Would you invest in Clash of Clans, or would you invest in Apple? Right? Would you invest in, Instagram, or would you invest in Facebook? Essentially, just like, no, that's not a very good example. Would you invest in, I don't know, what kids, Angry Birds? Or would you invest in Google? It's things like that. And I honestly think that, buy platforms. I think that's a safer investment, in my opinion, right? And let's just read through it real quick. So look at this, guys. We got Ethereum, we got Cardano, we got Neo, we got Stellar, we got EOS, we got NEM, we got Lisk, we got Tronish, I guess. Tron is technically a platform, right? Internal platform. We got Qtum, we got Ethereum Classic, we got Icon, so just out of the top 20, almost more than half of them are platforms. So that really is a huge seller, in my opinion. Status or Sia Coin, which do you prefer? Status and Sia Coin, which do you prefer? Status is a messaging app, and Sia Coin is a storage. I don't see how you could really compare those two. But that being said, I don't think Status does anything proprietary. I think Kin is going to essentially wipe everything out if they get started. Or even if something like WhatsApp integrated a cryptocurrency, everything's going to get annihilated and people are going to flock to WhatsApp. It's easier for a pre-existing company to bring in new clientele. And where is Kin? Kin's down here, so Kin hasn't really come online yet. But I think I have hopes for Kin. And Status, I'm not saying Status is bad. Maybe Status will win out, but for now, I don't see anyone trading on this or messaging on the Status platform, right? Sia Coin, at least they're doing something proprietary. They have a couple competitors like StoreJ, who's not even in the top 100. I don't like Sia because it's inflationary. This supply is essentially never ending. Where's Sia Coin right now? There it is, 31. It's got 32 billion and climbing. It's essentially never ending. That's why I didn't really like Sia. If it did have a cap supply, I would have been more intrigued. Can you comment on Charles Hoskinson's tweet from an hour ago? I don't know what Charles Hoskinson's tweet is. I like your videos, but many of the picks you gave are down 70%. So, yeah, there definitely are down. But, guys, what isn't down? What isn't down? Please tell me something that isn't down. Because everything is down. With Bitcoin going down, everything goes down. And it's a hard pill to swallow, right? Unless you're in DigixDAO or Tether or BitUSD, everything is plummeting right now. Excuse me. All right, so Charles, if I had to guess why the markets are in a bloodbath, then it's likely due to a major enforcement event coming prior to the CFTC and SEC testifying at Congress. And look at this one. I mean, that's interesting comment. I'll comment on that, but this caught my eye. Looks like Twitter wants me to star in my own show called Breaking Crypto. I need a sidekick to yell peer review bitch at proper moments. This is some Twitter gold right here. This is really good. I did not catch that. Let's give that a thumbs up or a love button. All right, so maybe, but again, this is a little fuddy to me as well. Look at that. He even posted the article. What a guy. Charles is such a guy, such a good guy. I testify cryptocurrencies, urban affairs. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I really hope that ICOs just get hammered, honestly. There's so many fraudulent ones out there trying to steal your money. It's absurd. Yeah, I mean, this could possibly be it. So, I just sped read there, but pretty much what it's saying is that the SEC is, they're investigating these fraudulent ICOs, and it's going to Congress, and they're going to see if there's going to be a bill enacted or whatnot, any sort of corrective action that's going to happen. So that's what it pretty much said. That being said, it's very, very difficult. It's very, very, very difficult to really swallow the entire government, essentially governments all around the world being against crypto and still being bullish on crypto. You got to be really hard-headed or, straight up hopeful at that point. But guess what? I am one of those people that are hopeful. I think Bitcoin, or maybe not Bitcoin, but cryptocurrencies will win out in the future. I think as we become a global society, I don't think the dollar, having a printable dollar, governments are corruptible, and but in essence, money is corruptible, and it's unfortunate, but this is exactly what happens, to countries really. Is that they keep printing dollars, you keep printing money. I just want to pull this example up. Let's look at the dollar exchange rate to Zimbabwe. What? I don't want a euro. What is it? I don't even know what's going on anymore. All right. I tried to prove a point here, but it obviously didn't patch out there. But anyways, Zimbabwe, Venezuela, massive inflation issues right now. Specifically Zimbabwe and Venezuela. Venezuela is coming out with their own petro-backed crypto. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, it's definitely going to be very, very interesting. Just to see how the entire world economy is really going to play out. Okay, and guys, if I miss your questions, I'm sorry. I literally can't read through all the questions at the same time. So, okay, let's keep going through a couple of them though, right? Let's see. Let's see. What do you want me to go over? Litecoin. I have a question on Litecoin. LTC got hammered as well. So wow, look at that, guys. That's rough. We just broke through both those channels, and we continue to drop here on Litecoin. It's really unfortunate. Good thing Charlie Lee sold off all of his Litecoin, right? That really helped. Good Lord. But anyways, yeah, this doesn't look great. We're continuing to break down here. Let's look at that RSI that's on the 4 hour. That's really low. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at this cyclical movement. I mean, let's go back to Bitcoin real quick. Let's see how the how it's looking. So that's really unfortunate. You see, this is like kind of cyclical, right? Where light green and dark red means, you know, buy pressure. Green means, you know, buy pressure is increasing. Dark red means sell pressure is decreasing. So they're both very bullish. And so this is what we thought, you know, okay, you know, hopefully you guys can see my screen well, but we had that bright red, you know, we're obviously had a massive sell off. Like let's go back and take a look at what that red really means. Sorry, let me open that up. Okay. So we saw that, stay with me here, guys. Hold on. 12 hours. Okay. So you saw that we kept increasing green, and then we had a slight run down, and then that green come back in green. So that was a massive bullish movement all the way from $5,000 to around $20,000. And then we had that sell off, and then we had a nice little pump again. Like, oh, everything's back to normal, and then sell off. And then we were thinking that, okay, maybe it's time to accumulate down here near this $10,000 range. You know, it looked like cyclical movement to me, and we're just continuing to sell off. I mean, this is a steep sell off here, guys. So wave trend says sell, everything says sell. RSI is very, very low on the 12 hour. You know, just as low as it was around that 16th mark. You know, nothing really looks good for Bitcoin right now. But if we look at it in the hourly, the MACD seems to be, you know, compacting a little bit. Hopefully that'll be good. You know, RSI looking really, really low. I don't see RSI really sitting this low for this long. And that being said, maybe we're going to come up to that nice cyclical movement, and maybe we'll break out, hopefully, finally. Or not even break out, but correct back to 10,000. I really think that is a total legitimate possibility. Market will drop down to 200 billion. I don't see it going down to 200 billion. I mean, I think we're at like 420 right now, right? 420. Blaze it, Bitcoin. Chad Fudd. Okay. All right, let's see. Hi, Snake. If you had a fiat position, would you invest in EOS or NEO? If you didn't have a position before. Well, it depends. Are you a gambling man? Because I would gamble on EOS. I would bet on NEO. I would gamble on EOS. You know, that's what I would say. A calculated bet would be NEO. You know, but if you want to make serious bucks and be seriously down a lot of money, it could possibly be EOS. I mean, EOS that's getting hammered here. The entire market's being really hammered here. Oop. Let's go take a look. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. All right. Wow. So this is, wow, look how perfect this is, guys. Look at that. I came to this and I was like, okay, we're going to buy down in this region. Look at that. This light blue region. We drew a fib retracement. This is our buy zone for EOS. Look at that. You guys want some sales? This is some sales for you. These are some sales. Buy here. Start accumulating. Buy. Let's look at that on the hourly. I mean on the daily. Wow, look at that. That's so beautiful sometimes. So hold on, let's draw this out. EOS always has some beautiful charts. They always seem to line up so perfectly. Where is this indicator? Keep it real, Snay. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real until Bitcoin crashes and I'm completely broke. And then hopefully, you know, I can live off YouTube donations for $2 at a time. Nah, I'll probably just go back to my regular 9 to 5 and cry a little bit. But I don't think it's going down, guys. This is the Indian FUD, an Indian man bringing you FUD here. You know, I don't think it's going down. I'm not selling. Where is this angle tool? Trend angle. Thank God. All right. Let's get out of this auto scale. Whoa, that is a terrible angle. Okay, let's draw this out. Actually, I'd rather pick it from here. Let's see. It was 24. Oh, this was the support line. Okay. So maybe we could push it back up there. So if it hits support there, you see that candle here. So we'll say right here. Or more like right here. Yeah, that lines up pretty nicely. Okay. Could it continue to drop? I don't know about this one, guys. This is tricky. Let's auto scale this again. But I clearly wrote buy for a reason. And I think it is a decent time to buy some EOS. Honestly, it is. That 4 hour looks remarkably low. We haven't seen RSI this low since December. Oh, we're on the 4 hour. Okay, let's look at the daily. Nah, this RSI could keep going lower. I think we could pick up lower than this, but regardless, I think it's a decent. If Bitcoin bounces back, you don't have any time to catch these alts. So honestly, start accumulating under this 0.001 mark. I mean, it probably has a lot of resistance on that 0.001. And when I say a lot of resistance, how can I back up that claim? Let's go to Coinigy. This is what you got to do, really. Coins under $1. Coins under $1. Let's go check out coins under $1 later. And guys, after this video ends, leave your comment below. Leave your ERC20 wallet below, and we're gonna pick. We used to do Facebook, we used to do Twitter. Still share and retweet on Facebook as well, because tomorrow we're gonna open it up. Free crypto giveaway. We're going to say YouTube comments from the previous video, share on the previous video on Facebook, and retweet on the previous video. And we're really going to open that up. So do check that out. EOS. Let's check it out on Bitfinex. Yeah, there's a decent amount of resistance, right? But nothing to cry home about. That's Neos. Oh, damn it! What does Binance say? Yeah, that's a decent amount of resistance here. Oh wow, that 86 Bitcoin sell-off. That's a massive wall here. That's a damn shame. Similar story here. 30 Bitcoin. So there's a decent amount of support here, you know. And let's go take a look at GDAX and see what the GDAX community says. Wow, we are dropping, but it's looking like we're having more and more pressure, right? More and more support. But we'll see how low we could really go. Yeah, well, like this is speculative at best, but you know, we could easily hit 8,000. We could easily hit 8,000. That being said, give me some. No, don't leave your ERC20 token here. Leave it in the comment section after this video ends, and you will be eligible to win some free crypto. Okay, so let's keep going through here. Wow. So Snake, can you look at the Neo chart as well? Yeah, might as well. Might as well. And thank you, Truth Be Told. He donated $5 to the stream. Really do appreciate it. One of our loyal viewers. There's a lot of loyal viewers here, and I really do appreciate it, guys. I don't get any pats on the head from my boss. So like when you guys are just just simply subscribing and viewing, it really, really does make my day. Sorry, let me close this out, guys. All right, India FUD brought to you by an Indian guy. So there's nothing more natural than this. Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? Feels good. Feels good to go over the markets together, don't it? Don't it? Doesn't it? All right, let's go through Neo, guys. Hey, look at that. We still have not hit that support. That is not in my buy range yet. Neo doing surprisingly well after hitting all-time highs, really. I'm not buying anything until I actually have an order set here. Oh wow, wait, did it trigger? Let's hold on, guys. This is live trading, and we are going to see if my order triggered. No, it did not trigger. I did not place it before then, so I'll put another order. I'll keep the same order rather, and I put it down here underneath that 0.011. It's a decent time to buy. Right, hold on, let's write this out so no one gets it. Buy under red line. Pause this video if you have to, but it's 0.011, guys. 0.011. Under that, even if it gets under 0.01, that would be really nice, wouldn't it? You could even buy in down here as well, but that's what I'm saying. I see. That's the only time I would buy, probably. It's going to continue to drop, hopefully. Let's pick up some cheap Neo. But I mean, we've been picking it up since it was under $1, right? So there's nothing too much to worry about. I'm just more worried about Bitcoin right now. But you know, let's see some bigger green candles. Thumbs up for big green candles, guys. I love big green candles. Actually, that's what I'm gonna buy Sam for his birthday. I'm gonna make it one of those Crayola green candles, and I'm going to give him a green candle for his birthday. Oh man, EOS, wow, $1 billion traded. That's insane. That's a massive sell-off, right? $1 billion. That's impressive. That's really, really impressive from EOS. So yeah, let's keep going. Stellar. I just bought Stellar and Tron, a few others, and for my long-term hold. So this is what Jamin says. I just bought Stellar, Tron, and a few other cryptos to hold long-term. Is that okay to do, or should I pay attention to them more in day trade? I try to make sure I buy when prices are low. It's hard to buy, like especially like days like this. Psychologically, you're all sorts of messed up. You know, you're like, hey, what, like the market's down this much, I'm going to trade on this down market. But yeah, it's an absolutely good idea because again, if you look at the BTC, even if you're buying with just Bitcoin, I mean, you're beating the market here. You're beating all these coins if you're just holding BTC. And what about ETH? ETH, you're still you're not quite beating everything. Actually doesn't make too much sense. Yeah, you're still beating all these though. In terms of Bitcoin, everything's dropping. In terms of Ethereum, everything's dropping even harder. So either one, you're still getting a bargain deal here if you think the market's going to bounce back. So let's go take a look at Stellar. We have a couple questions on to Stellar. All right, let's get some more Stellar data. This is not good enough for me. Where's that Bittrex? That's interesting. The Lumens. I keep forgetting they're called Lumens. Let's go take a look at Stellar Lumens. RSI falling. MACD obviously falling. Everything's falling. Let's look at it in the closer up. Let's look at the hourly. I don't know, man. I think this could continue to drop. I actually think this could continue to drop. Yeah, this could absolutely continue to drop. There's no indication that it's slowing down right now. I'm not saying what you did was bad. You know, I'm not going to slap you on the wrist and say, hey, this is bad. Do what you want. But for me, I would prefer to you have better indicators before I buy. But this is looking pretty low here. Yeah, I mean, I think we could easily fall down to that 4,000 region. I think we're going to continue to fall with Stellar. It has had a really impressive run up, right, guys? I mean, there's nothing bad about, you know, maybe falling back to some of these more structured support lines, like at 4,000. You know, that's honestly what I think. Buy ADA. Where do you see holding ADA? Let's go back to ADA. Sinking ship. Yeah. If you look at my thumbnail, yeah, it's Bitcoin on a sinking ship of this video. And guys, make sure you leave your comment. Make sure you leave a comment. In the next video, we'll be picking a winner. Whether it be YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. It'll be random. This time we're going to pick YouTube because no one's done it. But tomorrow's video, we'll pick out of the 3, you know. So make sure you leave a comment on YouTube, share on Facebook, and retweet on Twitter. So let's take a look. ADA. Whew. Whew. ADA is taking a beating. Let's actually get it to a local high. That's decent enough. Still on all terms is breaking down, and I've never been really, you know, it didn't deserve to be this high in my opinion. I mean, I love Charles and I love the project, don't get me wrong, but until you have a product out, I really don't think it should be valued that high. I mean, I think even Charles would say, you know, this valuation is kind of absurd. You know, this, I don't know in terms of Bitcoin, but $8 billion valuation with 0 products out. I think it's a little absurd. And now I bought in at 2 cents. I'm going to hold through the storm. You know, I don't have a problem with holding through it. But for a quick profit, Cardano is not it. You know, I just don't think Cardano deserves that price valuation. I don't think it deserves to be an $8 billion market. Honestly, I don't. So there's my take on it. There's my full take on Cardano. All right, let's take a look. So that's Substratum. I'm dollar cost averaging bid at 6,700 sats. What do you think? So this is a question from Benjamin Freeman. Benjamin Freeman. Okay, let's take a look, Benjamin. Substratum. So let's take a look at that. Okay, 4 hour doesn't look too bad. Let's look at that local high to local bottom. I mean, it's pretty good. Today guys, I just want to tell you a little story. While I'm charting this out and drawing some trend lines, I actually tried to cook some Indian food. So I'm Indian, right? But like, I'm as American as they come. You know, I don't know how to cook shit. You know, and what happened when I tried to cook today is that I ended up eating, like, basically I tried to make some egg curry. I know it sounds good, but man, it was just the most awful thing I've ever had in my entire life. It was just so bad. It was just so bad. So I ended up just eating hard-boiled eggs and rice. You know, I was just like, damn it. You know, sometimes and I live all the way in Los Angeles. My family's in Philadelphia. That's like 3,000 miles away for a lot of you American non-natives. I don't know how much that is in kilometers. It's got to be like over 4,000 kilometers. I don't know how to. You know, when you're thinking about monetary value, and someone says it's 100 euros. I don't know how much a euro is. I have to pull up my calculator. You know, even with distance, you know, if someone says, hey, it's 2 kilometers away, I have no idea how far that is. You know, if you tell me miles, I'll be like, yeah, it's a decent amount of, you know, distance away, or yards or something. But meters and kilometers, you know, I'm completely lost. I have to I have to pull out the calculator for that, but yeah, it was some of the worst food I've ever had, and I cooked it. So congratulations to me, the true ratatouille. All right. Anyways, let's look at this, guys. I mean, we're seeing that nice little patterns form here. That's decent, right? That's a decent trend line. I like these trend lines actually. And that being said, yeah, that's you. I mean, you're right on the mark here. I mean, I don't think we bounce back up anytime soon, but I honestly think we could. That 6,700 mark. That's a decent mark to get to. Let's look at that hourly. Hourly is continuing to drop as well. So yeah, I mean, look at that. You're right on the dot here with these trend lines. So I think it could easily hit 6,700. I think it's a nice little pickup on your price point. Don't throw all your money in at once because it's going to test this line, right? It's going to test that 6,700 sat mark. It's going to test that, and it's going to see if it could break out or break forward. So we'll see what it could actually do, right? But for me, I mean, yeah, you should absolutely be dollar cost averaging or laddering, or, you know, staggering or pyramiding or whatever you want to call it. It's, if you have $1,000 to put into the market, you should only put in, for example, $100 at a time. So if you have $1,000 and you're putting in, you know, for example, into Substratum, you would be putting in 10-15%, you know, at a time, because you don't know if it's, you can't predict the market as, you know, as accurate as you actually might think. So in my opinion, it's better, it's good investment decisions, and even though I don't give investment advice, you know, I think it's known that dollar cost averaging does work in the long term. You know, if it goes lower, great, you buy even more. If it goes higher, you buy a little more. That's fine, you know, because then it could be coming right back down. There's so many dead cat bounces here in this market. So honestly, that's a decent amount of that's a decent mark right there. If you want to wait till 6,700, I think that's a decent level to get in. You could even get in right now. I mean, it's a few hundred Satoshis. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But that being said, let's go to our next coin, guys. Let's go to our next coin. Yeah, so I'm getting a lot of comments here all over the place. So yeah, Indian curry and Thai curry are not the same. And we're going to go through Komodo because Christopher asked for it. And while we go over Komodo, let's keep talking about different curries. Yeah, I need to draw some trend lines here. But yeah, Indian curry is a lot thicker. And honestly, it's just a lot thicker than Thai curry. And if you ever go to a Thai restaurant, and there's a lot of Thai people here in Los Angeles, and you ask for spicy at a Thai restaurant, you gotta be insane. Like, I had this dish called the Crying Dragon, and I literally cried the entire dinner. And the next day I cried as well, because that's how spicy it was. It was so damn spicy. You never ask for spicy at a Thai restaurant. You know, no, you don't ask for spicy in a Thai restaurant. It's just like, I think it's like rule number one going to a Thai restaurant. You don't ask for spicy because you will literally die. You will literally die. Okay. All right. So Komodo BarterDex is, you know, hopefully it's going to, you know, revolutionize things. You know, Komodo's been doing a lot of work. Their developers are hard at work. Like Charlie Lee tweets about atomic swaps and Litecoin blows up, and Komodo talks about atomic swaps and nothing happens. They've had more atomic swaps than I think any cryptocurrency right now. That being said, I think it could still drop a drastic amount. I mean, the Monet's ICO still isn't out, or it is out, but it hasn't been supported by any exchanges yet. I think it's over, actually. But wow, okay, wait. What is that I see? with my little eye, I see some buy signals happening. Let's zoom into the 30. Hey, Komodo. Komodo kind of leveling off here. Let's go take a look at what's going on with Komodo on Coinigy. Oh, it's a 3 Bitcoin wall. That's nothing. That's nothing in the grand scheme of things, right? 3 Bitcoin. Hey, maybe Komodo might be a nice time to buy now. If you really wanted a quick swing trade, this is the only thing I've seen that. Oh, look at that. Making me eat my own words here. Maybe it will actually. Okay, maybe there could be a buyback here, opportunity here if you wanted to swing trade this. But my opinion, just be careful, guys. Be really careful. These markets are volatile. You will get hurt if you try to outpace this market. So honestly, accumulate. See a falling squiggle boom. Now, I don't think this is a squiggle boom just yet. It has a lot more squiggling to do until it booms. But anyways, OmiseGo. INT, I don't believe is actually on TradingView, and I try to stay to TradingView. I'm even hesitant to go over to KuCoin, but I'm gonna have to later this stream. So, squiggle boom is not professional advice. Okay, anyone can squiggle boom. Anything can squiggle boom. We need squiggle boom t-shirts, absolutely. All right. Whoa, we just basically back here. OmiseGo. So guys, just some more word of advice here, even though I'm not trying to give you guys advice, is just please be careful. Please be careful. Do not try to time the market. Do not try to time the market. Okay? Do not put all your money in and saying, okay, Bitcoin is going up from here. You know, that's why even people like, it just blows my mind when people are like, okay, yeah, I'm so confident. I'm going to put Bitcoin in at 19,000. You know, there's better price points out there. And if you miss a train on Bitcoin once, you know, wait for it to like correct a little bit. I mean, honestly, after corrections is the best time to get in. It's the best time to get into Bitcoin. You know what the best time isn't to get into Bitcoin? When it's at all-time highs. You should never buy in at something that's shooting up parabolic without any sign of correction. The best time to get in is right after FUD. This is the best time to get in. I'm not saying right now, but this time zone is not time zone, but this week would be a good time to get in. And I'm not even saying get in all at once. Just get in, accumulate, right? Get in a few percentage at a time, because you cannot time this market. Just as much as you try, you will fail time after time after time. You know, you cannot time this market. What you can do is put time into the market. That means you have a long-term, more holding strategy into this market. So you start to accumulate this Bitcoin slowly in the hopes that it goes up. Not only are you helping your budget, but you're also being a conscious member of the cryptocurrency society, because you have to keep monitoring the situation. And when you're monitoring the situation, you know, I think education and staying up to date and knowledgeable on the markets is by far the best thing that you can do to be a good investor. I mean, that's why we started the Moon Lounge and Cryptosonic Advantage. We have a 14-day free trial if you want to go check it out. There's a link below. But yeah, we started this, you know, essentially newsletter. It started out as a Slack lounge, but we understood that not a lot of people could get onto Slack 24 hours a day. So what we try to do is we try to send out like a daily or maybe once every other day, whether there be a flash update or a new cryptocurrency that you should look into. We've had, you know, we've been calling a lot of cryptocurrencies lately. You know, we've had a lot of success in our past. You know, we as well cannot see the future. But what we can do is look at historical. This is what charting is all about. This is what technical analysis is all about, is looking at the history of a specific cryptocurrency and determining its success and viability and volatility. That's essentially what technical analysis is. And, you know, I think education is a big part of that. And I think fundamentally, you know, whether it be India FUD or Korean FUD or China FUD or Jamaican FUD, I don't care. You know, you still need to stay up to date on the market. You know, that's why I see a lot of these channels, a lot of these technical analysis channels, And they don't even. It was during the hard fork, and I was watching them. Yeah, I watch YouTubers all the time. I think everyone should watch a couple YouTubers, just to get a different perspective on things. I don't think you should listen to one person ever. You should be educated yourself, formulate your own opinion. But that being said, I was watching some YouTubers, technical analysis YouTubers. It was during the hard fork, and they didn't even mention the hard fork. They're like, yeah, I think it's going to go up here, because these signals are here. I'm like, dude, like, there's a hard fork coming up. You need to pay attention to the news and what's happening to Bitcoin. And it blows my mind when people are only looking at the charts and only reading the news. You got to do both together. How are you going to do both of them separately? I mean, you could read just the news and technical analysis, and you could get lucky sometimes. But in my experience, I think it's much better to have the whole picture. Why would I, I'm not Thor, I don't want to like go around with one eye, looking at everything with one eye, when I could do two eyes and I could have more depth perception, right? I could have more perception of the market. And that being said, let's get back to OmiseGo. Sorry for that spiel, but guys, it's important to stay educated. It's absolutely important to stay educated. We're trying to give you guys that option, 14-day free trial for the Cryptosonic Advantage. But if you don't like it, obviously return it, or just check it out at least. I think it's worth to check out. But you have access to all of our previous content for those 14 days. Actually, for the history, right? Since the beginning of time. So we have like 6 or 7 riders that we hired. So check it out, guys. I mean, I don't think it would hurt. And then just cancel your subscription. It's completely fine with me. But I think whether or not you stay or leave, you should get educated by any means necessary. Anyways, let's go check it out. OmiseGo, look at that. We have not broken this yellow trend yet. This yellow trend line. Look at that. That's nice. Actually, I don't like that OmiseGo is. I don't really like looking at anything on Binance because it doesn't have enough data. Let's get that 4-hour. Wow. So this is what I said. Look at that. Buy under 0.0014. So that target hit, right? That target hit on the 17th, and that remains true. This remains true. Once it dips below that 0.0014, you buy. You buy right there. You accumulate that. Yeah, I mean, this is just, I didn't even have to do anything. I just pulled up a chart and it did everything. It did everything for me. This is the beauty of TradingView. But anyways, let's keep going through, you guys. So market cap below 400 billion. Is that true? Nope. We're still at 401 billion. Don't count that billion short. I don't really know what's going to happen. Wow. We just keep dropping here, don't we, on GDEX? Good Lord. What's this volume like? What's this daily volume like? Where am I going? $29 billion. Wow. Wow. Okay. This is impressive. Wow, Icon taking a massive hit. Maybe it's time to get into some of these cryptocurrencies, but until Bitcoin really stabilizes and makes a decision, I don't think anything's going to really do well. If Bitcoin's down this far, things are going to be just as bad. All right. Now, let's give out some free cryptocurrency, guys. I think it's about that time. And today we decided we're going to do YouTube, but tomorrow, starting this video, share, follow, share on Facebook, retweet on Twitter, and comment on Facebook, on YouTube with your ERC20 address, and you'll be eligible to win some free cryptocurrency. So check it out. YouTube comment picker. Aha. Random YouTube comment picker. Okay. Enter the YouTube URL. This is my first time using it, so bear with me, guys. Let me enter in the YouTube URL. This is Sam's earlier video on India FUD. India FUD. Guys, and let me know if this is a good time for me to stream. We're trying to split test a lot of things. The morning stream, people really seem to like. I don't know if this night stream, people like it or not. Hopefully you guys like it. But let's check it out. Maybe if I stay late night stream like this, you can figure out how my cooking experience is doing and how good my curry is throughout the year as I cook in more and more curry. All right, amount of commenters 66. Okay. Topher Dowling, that is a familiar name, and I think I actually know him, but or I don't know him, but I think he's won before. But that's awesome. That's what you get. You deserve that. All right, hold on. I have it up here. Wherever you are, Topher, reach out to us, please. Come on, Topher. All right, we got him. We got him. We're gonna reach out to you and send you. We're not even gonna reach out to you. I already have your URC Twinny address. I'm gonna stealth send you some sweet free cryptocurrency. So congratulations, Topher. Stream is good time for us living in Europe. Awesome. All right, cool. Yeah, there's actually a lot of Europeans in the Moon Lounge and Cryptosonic Advantage. So hopefully this, Sam tries to stream, sometime in the afternoon sometimes, and maybe in the morning. And yeah, so after this video is over, post here and we'll give out some free cryptocurrency tomorrow, whether it be on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, or maybe even all three, depending on how Sam feels. But that being said, let's go take a look at Bitcoin one last time, cry a little bit, and call it a night. Curry coin, yes. If there was a curry coin, if there was a token backed by curry, I think it would be Tether's backed by the dollar, DigixDAO is backed by gold, and there's only one thing better than gold. That's right, it's curry. We have fun here, don't we? And if you're just now joining us, or first time joining us, hit that subscribe and hit that little bell after you subscribed, and you can see us live any time of the day. And we usually do this. We've released 3 videos out today. Sam and I, we're on a joint channel here. We do this every single day. So, take a look. I mean, subscribe to us, follow us on Twitter. We have a lot of awesome content coming out. Sign up for the free 14-day free trial for the Advantage. But yeah, let's take a look. RSI is falling. We're still falling here. I don't see us going down too far below 8,000. But anything can happen. Look at that. We thought we were fine, and then we just keep falling. I really would like to see some stabilization here. But GDAX, maybe a little incline coming back up. That green candle soaring back up. Hopefully we see some stabilization. I think any price under 8,500 was a decent time to get in. And actually, my buy order probably got in. I had some Tether left over at 8,500 on Bittrex. So yeah, that definitely went through. So I'm down a little bit. I'm down $50 on that trade, but it's just technicals at this point. Hopefully the market bounces back, and hopefully this falling wedge is true. This falling wedge really is a very decisive feature for me, and I really like trading off of falling wedges, and hopefully that comes out well. But I did buy a little bit of Bitcoin. I'm down $50. That's okay. Hopefully we bounce back, and then our next resistance will probably be around 9,500, and we'll reevaluate that as soon as that happens. So you got to stay up to date with the markets. The markets never sleep, and neither do we. And and that's our motto here on Cryptosonic. So I really do appreciate all of you guys joining us here today. You know, if you're interested in one-on-one appointments, Sam and I both do that. You know, the link is below, cryptosomniac.setmore.com. And of course, we have a course out. It's a pretty good place to get started if you're completely new to cryptocurrencies, and it has a little bit of technical analysis in there if you're more interested in these indicators that we are using. And of course, we have the Cryptosomnic Advantage, a really lively community. You know, it's a tight-knit community. I'm getting to know people. In the Moon Lounge, I knew everybody by name, and now in the Cryptosomnic Advantage, since we just launched it, I'm getting to know people by name, and we're usually on there any time we're awake. When we're sleeping, our sleep schedules always get messed up, but we obviously can't. But hey, we don't sleep, right? We're Cryptosomniacs. But that being said, peace out, y'all. This is Sneh here, Cryptosomniac. And y'all have a hopefully a green candle kind of day. See you guys.